Hi, thanks for joining me today for this angelic feng shui clearing. Sorry. It cleans out the old too, as well as clearing it for sure. And so today I had a request to do a cemetery. And for these clearings, you could suggest any public space that is near you or that you like or that you have just heard of or feel that needs extra works. So I've tuned old world buildings and mounds. I've cleared oceans, lakes, things like that. So anything that you can think of that would be a public space. And so today it's a cemetery in Denver, Colorado. And it's specifically more of a veteran cemetery, is my understanding. It is in the city. It's surrounded by, or it might be in Lakewood, but in the greater Denver area. And anyway, so we'll get started tuning. And so please add your intentions with mine to clear all the negative energies, entities, energy forms that um, need to be cleared today. And so I put together a little tiny slideshow so you have something to look at and to help you focus your intentions on as we go. And so we'll just ask together, ask the universe, ask the creator to please do angelic feng shui for the highest good for of all, for the restoration of energy flow, the restoration of the land and the people's hearts, the ancestors, for all that needs to be cleared and for everyone's highest good. So So first, I'm just addressing all the energies of the cemetery in general. Um, Lots of vibes here, lots of sadness, as you would expect, anger, confusion, um, frustration, overwhelm, all these things that the deceased as well as the living um, that come to visit them or to place them here would be experiencing. And I'm speaking in spirit language as the creator leads me, as the angels or spirits lead me. Um, I know sometimes that doesn't come across as as good or as what everyone would like to hear. So I place it on silent when I think about it, when if it might be something that might bother someone. But anyway, please place your intentions with mine. I'm feeling a lots of um, um, shifting, a lot of things wanting to clear of oh, frustration is part of it, but it's also of yearning for so much different, for something different, and just that um, push pull feeling, that overwhelm and struggling with those feelings. energy shifting now, and it's time to move to um, other parts of it or specific segments of it. And so we'll look at the land first. Land carries the emotions of the people who live there. um, and even though dead, yes, their spirits. A lot of spirits live there. That's my experience from being in cemeteries. I see, sense with many ancestors are there. It's like they hang out there where they were placed when they died. I don't know why they, specifics of why they might choose that. Maybe lack of a better place. Maybe they're not welcome where they were before. Maybe it doesn't exist where they were before, or they just don't know what to do and um, are just waiting. And um, so we'll tune the land here. We'll clear the land. Much grief and sadness here. And after each segment of this that we clear, as those energies shift, then I give thanks to the angels for their clearing, for coming in to this cemetery to increase the voltage of it, to release this sadness and other energies that are holding the ancestors in place, maybe keeping them from transitioning to the oneness, or keeping them from um, contacting other people, or doing whatever it takes to learn what they need to know to um, to better live here and to better finish their inner healing journey, their spiritual journey here. Because if we don't finish it when we're alive, we finish it in the afterlife before we move to the oneness. Or you could say the oneness is the grand finale when each person can move there, the finish. But really, it doesn't completely finish even when you go to the oneness, because what I feel in ancestral clearing, as we release those ancestral blocks, the ancestors themselves, even those in the oneness, are growing in voltage and feeling happier and lighter and better. And so is the universe. And that's something lovely. So here we'll tune more of the land here. We're also going to tune the headstones there. A lot of times the materials form shapes of things. These materials would carry um, the emotions that are prominent in the land. And we're going to do a special clearing for the angelic Feng Shui right now, for cleansing it, clearing out all negative energies, entities, energy forms that are not ancestors. And now back to clearing the land and the headstones. And again, giving thanks for that clearing. And then we're going to go on to monuments or buildings that are on the land beside the tombstones here. We'll go to, in fact, there's a picture, mausoleums, containers for um, the remains of the ancestors. So we'll clear structures and buildings on the property as um, and any headstones or monuments of any kind, sculptures, um, things like that. Yes. Here, the feeling is of ancestors not wanting to let go of hanging on to their physical life, even though it's gone already, but of just the yearnings for that keep them stuck here. Giving thanks for those. Now going to the land within a 10-mile radius, including the mountains and whatever is contained in the mountains, if anything, or perhaps old world buildings that had melted or were demolished, or just mountains. We'll see. And we'll clear within a 10-mile radius, we'll clear um, all negative energies, entities, and energy forms. And any um, any ancestors that are not being helpful here in any form, that are antagonizing or attaching to in unhelpful ways into the living that come here. Or the ancestors, there are hierarchical levels within the afterlife, and sometimes there are ancestors that are trained often through the secret societies to meet those who come to their death and who are newly in the afterlife, and to um, teach them errors, or those people are susceptible. They don't know a lot of the afterlife. A lot of people are real surprised at things in the afterlife, and it's time to they need to learn more. But then these unhelpful ones who have been trained by the secret societies to meet people at the point of their death, so they can take them under their wing and lead them through the hierarchical levels, instead of allowing the person to reach out to the highest good, to reach out to the angels and ancestors of the oneness, and to Creator, to um, to learn what they need to know for the highest good. And so we'll clear this from those unhelpful ancestors as well. And giving thanks for that. Um, you may have noticed my hand movements at times. A spirit just flows through me, and I'm working in different ways with the inner, excuse me, energies involved. And I just learned the other day that often this movement, like this for people, is working in the crystalline energy grid of the person, the crystalline energy grid um, of their biofield, and of also of the realm of this um, energy grid that fills the the land, right? That fills the earth, the universe. And on April 1st, I just want to insert here, it's the our next old world grid energy grid tuning. I mean, the old world to tune all the parts of the energy grid that were connected with the old world's building system and the crystalline energy grid that connects them all. And so we'll return to clearing out those unhelpful ancestral forms that are influencing for negative, the new people that have died, and we have done that, I feel, and so we give thanks for that. And the next thing we're going to do is, you may see that on the next one. Mm, There, there's waters surrounding this one, and we'll tune the waters there that carry so much energies. They too would carry the energy of the ancestors who've died, the emotions there. This through the water it's I feel like is so very sad. It's like wailing, like you might see people wailing at a wake, right? That's what it feels like here. And the water is releasing all the negative energies that it has absorbed. And we're allowing that negative energies to arise up out of the water, to clear up out of the water molecules, to evaporate into the air and disperse throughout and be cleared from that 10-mile radius in all directions. And now we'll tune the trees. As you can see, many beautiful trees around this area. Trees also carry the emotions of the land. And so we'll learn here more from the trees. I'm just going to listen to them first. Hear me, they say. Hear me. Hear us. No, it's hear me. We know the sadness that is carried here, the sadness of the living and the dead. Focus your hearts, your mind, your energy, and make us joyful once again. And now we'll tune the ancestors who are here that are ready to transition. If they have those 5 things that they need to transition, some of it we talked about today, the knowledge of what life in the afterlife is like, and knowledge of what it is they need. Another thing they need is to make that choice. So if the other 3 things are in place and they make their choice and have that knowledge and have that desire is what's needed also. The desire for the oneness, the desire for the creator, for truth, for um, the abundance mindset of God, of freedom. So we'll tune in now to the ancestors and see if they're ready, if any of them are ready. Most of what I've observed for ancestors is that um, they need the help of the living descendant to have all those 5 things that they need before they can clear, and then to make that transition, it's like extra voltage that the living adds so that the deceased then can um, go into the vortex and to the next realm. But some of this, some of the ancestors here would have had people that are already doing the inner healing work in some way that are clearing, or maybe it's ancestors that have there is no living descendant anymore, and they can clear through me and through you as you focus too. So I'll just ask all of them who are ready to transition to the oneness at this time to step forward or to step upward. Sending them love and light for their journey, sending them truth and abundance and freedom, sending them peace and acceptance and the joy that they want. And now we'll tune the ley lines that run through this property. I'm sure there are some, whether they're larger ones or smaller ones. And one last thing to clear, and that's the living that come here, especially all the living that will come here in this coming week. That they will definitely feel the hope and love and joy present instead of the um, sadness and grief. Just surround the area with love, with peace, with joy, with freedom and abundance, with the highest good for each one. And we give thanks. And so it is. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much for joining your intentions with mine to help for this clearing. And if you have suggestions or places, spaces, public spaces that you would like cleared, please either put it in comments or send me an email or contact message. Thank you. Bye bye.